Hello and welcome everyone to another exciting episode of Humans of Pharma. I'm your host Bape from Pharma State Academy, and today's episode is going to be really special. Today we have someone whose journey defines what steady growth in pharma truly looks like. From starting in the field as a medical representative to now leading the gastro division at Lloyd Healthcare as Deputy General Manager, Marketing. His story is packed with real milestones. Over 21 years, he scaled portfolios to over 100 crores, launched India's first NCE for NAFLD, made Providac the number one probiotic brand, and even helped create India's first dedicated IBS division. What I personally love about his journey is the clarity and consistency he brings, the belief that great marketing strategy, science, and hard working together. We are excited to have Chayan sir on our podcast today on Humans of Pharma. Thank you so much for joining us, sir. Sir, please, you could give a brief introduction of yourself.
Yeah, thank you so much, Pepe. And it's a real pleasure for me. And thank you once again for inviting me this podcast. Uh, I'd like to give my introductions, and I know your audience also waiting for my introductions. And you have given a nice introduction about me. So
Mm.
I have almost 20 years of journey in the pharma. So I started, as you told, that's as a medical representative. And I aspired when I was a medical representative, I aspired to become a part of the marketing team. So I worked a company like Khandelwal and Cipla Respiratory when I was a medical representative. And after that, after the 2 years of the medical representative journey, uh, I came for a marketing team. I started career from the medical representative to product executive, and I started career from Calcutta, and then I went to Delhi, Ahmedabad, Chennai. So almost 18 years that I was in that marketing team, part of the marketing team. When I have started as a product executive, then I became product manager, group product manager, marketing manager. So now I'm working in the Lloyd. I'm leading the gastro division in Lloyd, uh, and I'm working as a DGM marketing. So throughout my journey, I like to say it's a wonderful journey and it's a very enriching through the experience. And most of the things I would like to say being a marketing guy, I have contributed a lot for the company. I what you told that's I build brands, and another thing I have impacted the life of the patients. And I think so. Being a marketer, you should, I mean to say, you should be happy that you have impacted a lot of the people's life, right? Because whatever we do, being a marketer, being a strategy owner, that it will be impacting the patient life because we develop the therapy, we make the therapy shaping, and because of our conviction, because of our scientific evidence, doctor prescribe our medicine, and the many or millions of life, millions of Indian patient life uh, will be happier because they are getting the medicine, the right medicine for their diseases.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much for your introduction. And as you have mentioned, you have almost 20 years in pharma experience.
Yes.
That's a big journey, to be very honest, and you
Yeah.
have come a long way. And when you look back now, how does it feel? Like, is there
Yeah.
some moments you like it's still that still stays on your mind rent free?
Yeah. Very nice question. And yes, it's my pleasure. And I think so that my journey will motivate your audience and will give an aspiration. And important thing is that why it is important that I say about my journey, because it will give the knowledge that what is the profession, and it will create the interest. Yes, it's a very long journey. And when I look back, my journey, what I told earlier also, my journey is, I mean to say, very enriched by the experiences. And why I say, Pepe, these things, because, uh, I have faced a lot of challenges. And you know that everybody faced a lot of challenges. But what the challenge I have faced, there were the chances of success, there were very minimal. There were only the possibilities, no guarantees were there. An important part of that, that I could have, uh, I was having the two choices. I could have say, okay, that I will not take the challenge, and I could have the choice for the taking the challenge. So I chose the harder one. So I have taken the challenges, and my decision, I have taken few decisions that not only the decision I believe, I had a conviction about the decisions, and I own the decision with patience and perseverance. Because whenever you have taken a decision, you should need a patience and perseverance. And today, what I am, it is the decisions I have taken in the past. You'd be agree with me, right? And I would like to say for your audience, what is very important that most of the cases we are very fearful to take a decision. I better to say that you take a decision with your courage, and you owned your decision with conviction, right? It is very, very important. Maybe it could be my DNA that I have done like that way. And you know that it is not that uh, the my I feel very satisfying, very delighted because I'm earning more money, or I have climbed a corporate ladder. It is more satisfying that I overcome the challenges of my decisions because of taking those decisions, and it is more rewarding, and it is more kind of a, it is adding meaning in my life, right? My life, not only the personal life, my not only the professional life, my personal life also becoming more meaningful.
Thank you, sir. I think when you face a challenge, any challenge, it's either like go big or go home. Either do it or just go home.
Exactly,
Crawl back in
exactly,
your comfort zone.
exactly. And
Right?
I would like to say that the challenge everybody is facing, but
Yeah.
thing is the decision. You should take the decision. It is very, very important, because most of the cases the people are not taking the decision.
Yeah.
And you could have not repented that I could have taken the decision. My life could be the better.
Your journey have been so far for in pharma sector, and you have taken challenges, you have faced them, and you took step for yourself to come out of the comfort zone. Like
Yeah.
in for pharma journey, like for you, how did it all start? Like what made you choose pharma as a career?
Oh, that's a very nice question, and love to answer these questions, right? Uh, Most of the them. It's a very cliche to say that pharma journey or the sales journey. As a sales representative or medical representative, I've started my journey. So it was not by design. Very frankly, I say it was by accident, right? Or it was, I can say, the by default. I have completed my B.Pharm in the year 2004. And before that, I went to Ahmedabad for that industrial training. So I thought about I'll be joining the manufacturing unit as a production executive kind of a thing. So it was my plan that time. But sometimes that life has thrown many challenges. Like that, that time my father has been diagnosed by cancer, and it was a very difficult period, and we had a very financial crunch because what my father saved, what my father earned, everything we spent for his treatment. And my brother, my younger brother, he was doing engineering, and that we had a financial crunch. So to support him, that I have to take something. I have to take the responsibility, right? Because if there was a choice, what I told earlier, there was a choice. Either uh, I won't take the responsibility, and I chose my way, or I could have taken the responsibility, and I could have made my family better. So what I have done, that I took the responsibility. And those days that medical representatives are being paid were being paid more compared to the production executive. So I came to the medical representative. I started my career as a medical representative. I started in Khandelwal Laboratories, then the Cipla Respiratory. I was groomed in the Cipla. But during the cycle meeting, I was very curious that to know the fellow who are who the fellow who were presenting that uh, brands. So who are they? So I asked the question to my colleague, the who are they, and what the qualification they are having. So my colleague told me most probably they are B Farm and MBS. So I thought, "Arey, they are the B Farm. So I have also done a B Farm. So the aspiration means the aspiration. I got the aspiration, and I set the goal that I could be the product manager. And I was working in Cipla Respiratory, and I was working that time the Cipla was a number one company. So I left my job in Cipla Respiratory and I started career as a product executive in a small Calcutta-based company. And you know that always say that God helps the brave. I got a mentor over there, and
Right.
he has guided me, and still he is guiding me. And during my career, I got a lot of mentors. And I would like to say your audience that it's very important that you find out the mentor in your life. These are really helping. Those are people really helping you. If you can't find your mentor in the organization, you can find the mentor in YouTube too. Those are the videos will be helping you, right? And it's called destiny. It has been destined. And I am very happy. I am very satisfied that I took that decision because what I told earlier also that earlier discussion or the many of the people that uh, I have got a chance to impact the patient life. And you know that being a marketer, marketing not only generating the business, being a marketer, our objective, we make the patient's life better, how we make the patient living better, and how we can impact their everyday's living.
Yeah, you have a really inspiring journey.
Thank
Like
you.
everything
Thank you.
happens for a reason. Maybe
Yeah.
you were destined for this path,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
like what I really like about your journey is that you started at the ground level, very ground level, and today you're leading marketing at Lloyd Healthcare.
Yeah.
Like that's a huge change. And like you have come a long way. And when you think
Mhm.
about all the stages you went through, like learning, growing, taking on new roles, what do you feel like help you move forward each time? What was your inspiration?
So, very good question, and I would like to say that's a inspiration, majorly that the mindset. I better to say that's a mindset. If you have a good mindset, if you have a growth mindset, there is a book called The Mindset by Carol Dweck, right? So there is a two mindset. One is a fixed mindset and the growth mindset. So from the beginning, I had a very growth mindset. So from the beginning, I was very aspirational, right? So it could be the good mindset. And second thing very important is the work ethics. It is very important that people are not saying about it, but even you have the competence, even you have that aspiration, even you have the curiosity to learn, but important is that your work ethics. This is the another thing, mindset, work ethics, and the curiosity. What I told, that's I was a student, I am a student, and I'll be the student. So there's a very bold statement because it is very important that even when we are getting more experience, the ego will come, and it's very obvious that person the ego will come, that I know everything. But you should be a student throughout your life journey, right? You learn more, you do you do better than others because your mind is open. So I can say that's a mindset. This is the part of the growth mindset, that you should be a learner and a good listener too,
Mhm.
right? Because when you be learner, you if you're not a good listener, your learning will be incomplete. So you could say that one is that my love of learning. Daily I'm reading books. And another thing is that I'm trying to be a very good listener. Still in progress.
Mm.
Still, I feel that I need more to do for that to become a good listener.
Yeah,
Right.
thank you so much for sharing your insightful information. Maybe our
Correct.
audience will they will get to learn something new.
Correct.
And I think yeah, listening is the I think it's the most difficult part for a conversation. Like if you're not listening,
Exactly.
then you won't be able to respond to anything.
Correct.
And it takes lot of attention
Exactly.
and
Exactly.
energy. And it's very
Exactly.
difficult to keep your attention at one point, focusing on one point. Right? I think meditation would help doing meditation and focusing on one thing.
Exactly. 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 Because see, that's a human are very curious to express why it
Mm-hmm.
happens, because humans are very curious to express. So I mean to say the arch of expression is more bigger than the arch of listening.
Yeah,
so,
I agree
so
that.
so you have to control your temptation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So listen fast, because when you listen, you could have the better way to discuss, right? Because when uh, you are listening, because you have to express yourself, you don't know the what the other person is saying. Maybe your answer will be more specific when you listen more.
Yeah, I agree to that point. And since let's move to our next question.
Yeah.
And for our next question, since you're already in the marketing major, so I want to understand the marketing part more. Like from everything you have seen, like what makes pharma marketing different from marketing in other industry? Like I personally believe that because pharma has its own challenges and its own way of working. So what do you think
Correct.
is the most the important significance that differentiates other marketing from
Correct.
pharma marketing?
Okay. Very nice question, because the pharma marketing is a very different kind of a marketing compared to the FMCG marketing, right? So
Hmm.
FMCG marketing, you have a direct access to the customer. The pharma marketing, what you are selling, right? Or of what the being a marketer, you are positioning your brand, or the who are the your consumer, the end user are the different. They are the patient. So it's a kind of a indirect marketing. It's not a very direct marketing. You have to convince a doctor to prescribe your medication, right? So pharma marketing is more, I mean to say, challenging compared to the FMCG marketing, because the doctors who are you are going to convince, they are the most intelligent people in the country, right? So you need a knowledge, you need a science behind your brand, you need a clinical aspect behind your brand to make them understand that say, your brand or your medicine is better than others. So pharma marketing, it's not more emotional. Pharma marketing is more scientific based, right? So we
Hmm.
don't run a marketing through the slogan. We do run the marketing through the scientific. I mean to say scientific utility of the medicine. So in a short, if you say that's a pharma marketing, that is, it requires the medical expertise. There's a knowledge of science. It requires the I mean to say that's a psychology of the doctor, right? You have to understand
Yeah.
the psychology of the doctor. It requires that scientific storytelling. Very important that your
Mhm.
story, because see, most of the marketing they say the storytelling, but it is the very scientific storytelling you have to do for your doctor. So it's a mix of you say the strategy, psychology, and the science. So this is all about the pharma marketing. If you understand that science well, you can formulate the strategy, and you also understand the psychology of the doctor, right? So it's a very different kind. You see, that's a most of the FMCG world, there is a something like Dimag ki batti jala de or some kind of a
Mm-hmm.
chewing gum can do it. But in the
Yeah.
pharma marketing, you should have the clinical utility or clinical claim all altogether.
Science backup.
We cannot say that it's a best or the better until unless there could be a scientific study has been done for our brand and the molecule. So it is a more scientific oriented. Whatever you claim, there should have the proven track record. It is not that it's kind of a some kind of a emotional boost up and anything can do anything. So kind of a things that you should have the proof ready. So whatever your communication should be backed by the science.
Exactly. I totally agree to that point. And thank you so much for the insightful information.
Yeah,
And you have also launched many brands and products, right?
yeah,
So when you are getting ready to launch something new, what do you focus most on? Like what are
very,
the
very,
things you feel must be done right?
very good, very good. It's a very nice question because that launching could be that you are starting from the zero, right? So I could remember the book is called Zero to One by Peter Thiel, right? So it is very, very important because whenever you are launching, and in the pharma, there's we are launching a lot, right? So we start the launching with the science. If the molecule or the brand will not have a scientific appeal, so your story could not be built. It should have start with the science. So you have to read more to understand the science behind that. So whenever you get a proposal, because I'll be very practical to launch something, because your audience will be the future leaders or the future brand managers. So they will be getting a proposal that you launch something. Your boss will tell the launch something. But until unless you convinced with the science of the molecule, you give a pushback about it because it is very important. It is very important to launch brands. It is very important to take a decision not to launch brand, not to launch a molecule, right? Both the cases is true. Now, so first point, what I'd like to say, there's a sign. Science should support that brand or the molecule. Second is important is that unmet needs, the gap analysis. Is there any gap? Is there the gap the competitor has competitor the gap has been overlooked by your competitor? So it is very important that you have to know the gap. You have to do a gap analysis and understand the unmet needs. Third is very important that we call the positioning, the differentiations. How to differentiate? Now the what is the challenge, Pepe, that we launch a lot of Me Too brands. Now, the
Mm-hmm.
people will come and say that, sir, we are launching a Me Too brand. Today, if we launch some of the kind of a pantoprazole, right? So it's a very Me Too. You have over 600 brands are available, more than 600 brands are available in the market. So how could I launch a Me Too brand? What the differentiation I create? Because scientific differentiation, I don't have so much. The gap I understood, but it's a very minimal gap from the competitors and us. So how it could miss? Third thing is very important, the differentiation that could be the part your storytelling, how you represent your brand, how
Mm-hmm.
you differentiate the brand if it is a Me Too brand through your storytelling. And fourth one, that above the all, that is called executions. We say there's a 1% of the planning and 99% of the execution. Sometimes in our life that we cannot get so much differentiation. Nothing is differentiate in my brand. Only one thing is differentiate. That is my 99% execution. So sometimes it could be the execution could be the differentiator from the others competitor. So if I say that again, those are the things. So you start with the science, then the gap analysis. Third one is your differentiation, and fourth one, very important, the execution.
Yeah, I also believe because everyone can make plans and make plans and do branding, but execution still it makes you stand out. Like if your execution is good, then you will have like better with this exposure. Like you can get better exposure with execution part.
You got the real example that Bihar election. That's the biggest strategist. He didn't get a single seat.
Okay.
So he is a strategist. The planning. planning part, he was a very good, and I could not name his because people knowing him, right? So he helped a lot of political party to win the elections. But when he has started his journey as a candidate, he didn't get any any seat over in the Bihar. So the planning could be better. Planning, you could be the champion in planning, but if the
Hmm.
execution is wrong,
Exactly.
execution, if you're not a champion in execution, we say the excellence in execution. If it is a you are not champion in execution, then whatever the good planning will not bring the ROI, will not bring the outcome, right? So
Hmm.
execution is very, very important.
Yes, it's the most crucial step.
Or yes,
Before,
is a
like if you want to do anything, that is the most crucial, I would say.
yeah, most
Yeah.
crucial part is the execution.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your insightful information.
My
And
pleasure.
uh, I would like to add some more questions. I would like
Yeah.
to ask more questions. You have attended the Pharma AI Town Hall, right, in Mumbai, which
Yes.
he
Yeah.
had in last
Mm-hmm.
month
Mm-hmm.
in October. So,
Correct.
like, what's your take on AI for
AI.
pharma marketing? Yeah,
Hmm. So I'll start with that one statement that you understand that AI is a technology, correct?
yeah.
Technology is a good slave but bad master.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a very
So,
good point.
right. So AI, so it is very important which is coming new. You have to embrace that newness, right? Because being a marketer, if you still in a denial that I'll not use AI, or I'll not it is my expertise is more better, because this is the ego between man and machine, right? That
Mm-hmm.
I am better than you. It is true that man is better than machine, right? I also agree on that point. But the machine will make our life more easier, and everybody will agree on that point, right? So
Mm-hmm.
AI could be a tool that it would polish your excellence, right? You are excellent indeed, but it will polish your excellence more, right? And
Yeah.
it cannot challenge the human intelligence, but it will helping you to make those things more timely, I mean to say, make your assignment more timely. Your productivity will increase, and also that you could think, because the AI also generating some of the answer, you could think beyond that, where your thinking will be restricted, right? Because AI having a lot of data. So what I told that when you mix with a good number of great people, then your mindset will change. Like that, lot of data also, your thinking process will change. So AI could be a reference, but the AI could be your reference
Mm-hmm.
part. So I tell you my experience, how I use the AI, because it's a very good question. If I would like to make any kind of a literature, and if I want to make something very scientific literature, first I write down a draft
Mm-hmm.
without taking any help from the AI. Then I put those things in the chat GPT and say that refine it, and the objective I put there. That what is my objective? So what will happen? That AI will generate a better draft, better objective oriented. Now what will happen? If I put those things, it will be very generic in nature, that everybody will be getting these things, because my thoughts are not there over there, right? Only the
Yeah.
generic. Your purpose will be solved, but it's a generic. It's not having any originality. And if you continuously use AI, it's an easy way to do the things, right? So always the easy thing will attract. So there is a caution. Tomorrow you lose the ability of writing. Tomorrow you lose the ability of
Mm-hmm.
thinking, because everything will take care by AI, right? And companies are trying to do these things, right? Like I mean to say, food delivery apps, they have done these things because restaurants are now dependable on them, right? So
Yeah.
Don't make yourself more dependable on AI, right? You don't lose your ability, intelligence, and even tomorrow you see that most of the people using AI, so it will become very generic. The originality when you type your draft and you tell the AI to modify it. So it don't compete with that machine or don't take it easily. You could be the complete with the use of AI.
Yeah, I also agree that. And also, like you have mentioned, you first prompt your own prompt, right? Before
Yes.
prompting it on ChatGPT, you first
Ah,
prompt it.
yes, yes,
And that's
because
actually
I
good
don't want to
strategy.
lose my qualities, right? I
Yeah.
don't want to lose my intelligence. I don't lose my way of, because see the Pepe, it's very important to know, understand these things. The originality always making a great impact.
Yeah.
The Peter Thiel, that book everybody must read. There are the two type of startups. One is called the scalability, means you have created something, and I have created. Suppose today, I opened a shop here, and the Bengali sweets. There's a very famous Bengali sweet
Yeah.
shop. I opened here in Mumbai, and I found there could be the. I'm generating some likings to the neighborhood. Then I thought that why not I try for the all over India the same chain, right?
Mm.
So what I have done, I have increased the scalability. The making a sweet shop is a everybody has done it, right? So I can say that I started from the one, and I have made for the 9 times, 10 times, 11 times, 100 times, right? That is called the scalability. But
Mm.
if I think that I only have the online, I mean, I'll make a cloud kitchen and I'll only supply those things online. Means I'm just giving an example. That's it. Already it has been done also, right? So and I'll start like that. Then you say that I have started from the zero. That is the originality. So my point is that what actually make you different, that is called the originality. So it is
Yeah.
important that you have the originality, and when you draft for yourself before you placing to the chat gpt, you have the originality in your writing, right? Otherwise it is very generic. Everybody can do
Yeah.
it, but
Exactly.
your flavor you will not get over
This
there.
is actually something new. I'm buying it. Okay, thank you so much for your for the insightful information. And also, you have attended the event, right? So, what would be your honest feedback for the event? Like like the brutal, honest feedback.
Brutally honest feedback. uh
Yes.
event is event the event was wonderful, right? The
Yeah.
you have chosen the right speakers, right, for the event. And I would like to say that this kind of event should really improving the culture of AI in the organizations.
Mm.
What you have to understand, what is the situation? The corporates are fearing. The corporates are fearing there could be the data theft, right? But
Mm.
when we are doing such event and when the product manager, brand manager, they are attending those event, what will happen? They get a pushback to the corporate. Why not you make some kind of a ethics body? That the event they told this ethics body that you also monitor the data, but allow us to use ChatGPT, allow us to use the AI. Because
Mm-hmm.
if you are in the denial that you cannot be successful, there is a book called that uh, Who Moved My Cheese? The Spencer Johnson has written the book. So the book on that you have to change with the change, otherwise change will change you.
Chasing. Yeah. I have read
Right.
this somewhere.
Right. So
Mm.
you have to, this workshop, you have to change with the change. Right. So I
Yeah.
need a more physical workshop rather than the kind of virtual workshop, because physical workshop, it is not only that AI workshop, it is the, you create a consensus among us. The yes, AI
Mm.
is important. Second thing, we create a connection, and we also involve our superiors in such a workshop. So the entire corporate culture should change. They should be more in the acceptance position to take AI, sorry, to take AI uh, as a differentiator for the business.
And like in future, if we held a similar event, would you
Mm.
recommend someone to attend the event? Would it
Yeah,
be
yeah,
worth
yeah.
for them?
Yeah, definitely. That is the see the which are the thing you should attend for the audience. I'd like to say, see, you are in a very I mean to say early stage of your career, so you should attend. Those are the workshops are relating to the brand management, right? Are relating to the developing soft skill, and always
Mhm.
you have to attend those workshop which is relating to the advancement in the technology. That how the technology will helping you. See the pharma, we told about the digital marketing, but the digital marketing has not taken up. Why? Because we have not accepted the technology. Once we have
Mhm.
accepted the technology, we have to we have to take the digital campaign in a bigger way. Still, it is not so bigger way in the pharma, right? Because today's world, you should have the footprint digitally. Your eyeballs, it is more than the operation. Your optics will be involved also. The narration should be set, right? So operation and optics both are required to be successful.
Mhm.
So the past day and the past years or the uh, in the very recent past, they told the operation. If you do good operation, the outcome will be obvious and you will be recognized. But it is not true. You need a operation. You need a optics also, right?
Yeah.
So it is important that you use the technology to increase your reputation, to increase your visibility, to increase your because brand could not be visible. That's we have a regulation, right? We cannot make the brand visible until unless it's a OTC product. But you can
Yeah.
build a corporate brand building. Corporate itself could be the visible, right? So it is very
Yeah.
important that corporate image could have been built through AI, could have been built through the digital presence of as a corporate.
And thank you so much for your honest feedback.
Yeah.
And I hope we will meet in next event, which will
Yeah,
be
definitely.
happening in Mumbai,
Definitely,
definitely.
definitely, definitely.
And also, before we wrap up, I
Mm.
have one last question for you. Like,
Yeah,
for young people, for those who are starting their career those who are starting their career or those who want to start their career in marketing, what message would you like to share with these young people who want to build a career in pharma marketing? Like maybe something you wish someone had told you earlier.
correct. Very nice questions. So it will be a little bit lengthy to answer. Right. So I'll go by stage. Then it will be very important. They will know what the skill set they are requiring. So before I say that's a very important in the pharma, important thing is the science. The scientifically, because we have a medical team, but a good company, they have a medical team. But you should not keep all the medical part on the medical team. You have to learn the science behind the product. So product knowledge, or I say the science is very important. Second thing very important is the customer. Means you have to understand your customer psychology, customer behavior, doctor's psychology, doctor's behavior. But I'll go by uh, every phase and the skill set. Because every phase of the marketing career, the skill sets are different. The requirement of the skill sets are different. So when you are aspiring from the medical representative to come to the PMT, what are those important things? First is the science, what I told, that you should have the basic knowledge of the pharmacology. Second thing, you have to have the knowledge of the customer. And third one is you have to understand the ecosystem, how the sales has been done. And I have seen the MTs, now the management training after the MBA, they joined a company, they are going for 6 months and 12 months for the field work. I say these are the very good period for you, right? Don't
Mhm.
neglect because you get the ground reality. You get a ground reality check. What is the check? The gap between your planning and executions. You get a ground reality over there, the planning and execution. So it is important that you have to learn from that. That's where is the gap between planning and execution, and you have to develop science and you have to develop the customer understanding. Now come to the second phase. That is a phase of uh, your medical representative or MT to coming to the APM or product executive, right? You got a entry. Now the first things you have to unlearn that your inputs are not strategies, because when you were in the medical you are as a medical representative, the inputs are coming, you thought about is strategy. Strategy is a very different thing. Strategy means where the direction, and the inputs means the gifts and all the things, and all the CMEs and samples. These are the tactical plan. So strategy is a very different. Then you have to develop your creativity, because you have to identify yourself. So you have to develop your creativity also, creative thinking, right? And it is important that those role you will be more responsible, you will be helping to your superior. So these are the time you have to be excellence in execution. So it is up to the APM level. Now the PM, product management. Product manager is a custodian of the brand. You have to know the market, you have to know the customer, you have to know the competitor, you have to make the differentiation, and you have to develop a communication with your sales team. So it is that from the planning to execution, everything you should know. And those period, you must go for launching new brands, because it's a first-hand experience that how from the zero to make the brand. Now come to the GPM level, senior product manager level. Now you are becoming the senior resource of the company, right? So you will be look for where the opportunity, where the market opportunity. Is there any gap? Is some molecule I have to launch or something I have to do for the fulfill the gap? I mean to say mostly concentrate about the execution, right? Finding the gap, execution to be proper, because you will be responsible for the bigger brands, big, and to bring the success on the bigger brand. Very important that either you are adding strengthening the brand and also ensure the execution part, right? And now you have the maybe sometimes the GPM also having the I mean to say that team also. So you have to emerge as a leader. You have to give the direction. With the experience, you can give the direction. Marketing manager and above, it's a very important part that we should have the clarity in the directions, right? Because our team, our sales team is looking for the clarity in the direction. Second thing is that everybody say that now you have developed your competence. That's one thing you have to develop to go up in the ladder is called the human connection, emotional quotient, right? Because you know the competence having the limitation. Why? Because today, Pepe, if you are very competent, I admire you. But tomorrow, some XYZ will come. He or she will be more competent than you. I admire them because he or she is more competent than you. But compassion, but emotions, you cannot compete with that, right? So being a leader, you should develop the compassion and for the field, for your team, right? And cost management, very important. Resource allocations, because now you're in charge of the resource, you have been given the resource, right? So you know where to use and when not to use. So three things majorly that because the in the higher rank, that you should have a clarity in decision, compassion, and the resource allocation, right? So it's all about the journey. But before I end up on that, I would like to say very important part that you are a brand manager, right? So every brand speaks different. So why not you? So you have to be a brand also. So once I discussed with the Dr. Ghoshal, he's a eminent gastroenterologist in India. So I asked her that, sir, how you have done it? So he told, I do the endoscopy, I do colonoscopy, everything. So I say he is an expert in IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. So I said, how you have done that? How you, because you became so expert. So he told me a very nice thing. He told that in today's world, you must be jack of all, but specialist in one.
Yeah.
So this special is the one thing it will differentiate you, right? So being a brand manager, you must be brand and you have to find what is the one thing which you feel very passionate, other brand manager uh, won't feel very passionate about. And you have to harness this quality and make yourself as a brand, right? Because if you ask me, that's my product knowledge, I can tell you that I can challenge the medical team of any organizations with a could be my branding. And even the Chaidas, when I was working, the people are knowing that, right? So you have
Mhm.
to find the one thing what will be differentiator for you and how you create a brand. Otherwise you will be like other brand managers, right? So
Yeah.
you have the custodian of the brand, and simultaneously you have to develop yourself as a brand.
Yeah. I totally agree with your last point. And thank you so much for sharing this.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
I hope this will be very helpful for people who those young people,
Yeah.
those who are starting their career just now.
It will be my pleasure if it will be
Yeah.
helping those people,
Yeah.
right? Because in my career, I could have not got like that, right?
Mhm.
That time the digital media was not there. That time the chat GPT was not there, right?
Exactly.
But luckily, and I'm grateful to the God, luckily I got a good mentors,
Yeah.
not the mentors, right? So in your
Mhm.
life, you should have the different mentors according to your quality to develop, right? So
Yeah.
luckily, I got a good mentors. But sometimes you feel, I mean to say, your audience will feel that they have started a career, but I just give it, started a career. They have not got a good boss, right? So they feel frustrated, and it happens, right? And it happens to the Gen Zs, majorly the Gen Zs. I say people are saying a lot of things about the Gen Zs. They don't do the work. They don't take the accountability. But you know, Pepe, what my understanding, they are very different. Even my grandfather told me that you are not like me, right? So my generation is the golden, it was a golden generation, and after that, all are a bakwas kind of a generation. So it is when if you go for that, it is a method kind of a thing. So every generation thinks that their generation is the best generation, right? Other
Yeah.
generations, they they are not the standard they are having, right?
Yeah,
But
I totally get this because
right,
when I was in school, every class the teacher would tell your class is the worst batch, and when we
correct.
promote to next class, then we will be the
The
first
same
batch
thing they
again.
told.
Yeah.
This is a kind of a narrative we have set for our generation, right? But
Yeah.
Gen Z's generation is very different, and they got the different kind of it. They got frustrated very soon. What we are not, but they got frustrated, right? Sir, because I have encountered in my life they told, sir, my boss is not good. I'm not learning anything. But one thing is very good. Gen Z always looking for learning, huh? I'm not
Mhm.
learning. They are looking for meaning, right? It is not only the slogging. My generation, it was there that we thought that okay, I'll if I put my effort more, put my hours more, then I will prosper. But it is not always true, right? You have to put your effort in the right way, then you prosper, right? So Gen Z generation, what I'm come to the point that they are becoming very frustrated very soon. But I suggest that don't be frustrated, because today you can go to YouTube, you take that all the you can watch the videos, you can you can make a query, make a prompt to the chat GPT to learn, right? And you can also go for LinkedIn, you see the good post. But thing is that it is not only the decoration. You see, the motivation will not make you successful. It is the discipline. Means when you learn something, you have to apply in your life. It is
Yeah.
more important that you apply in your life. The mentorship, it is not only the person. Mentorship could be a book also. Mentorship could be watching a video also.
Yes.
Mentorship could be reading a good blog also, right? And this mentorship will be helping when you implement it, right? And
Yes.
and Gen Zs are good thing is that they are very good implementer. You see
Yeah.
that these are the things very good. We having a hesitation and doubt, but they
Mm-hmm.
implement, and I say this is good because you execute. Then if there is a something you question, and again you execute. Take the feedback and feed forward, and
Yeah.
the iteration will help you to develop yourself.
Yeah. Implementation is the execution, right? Which is the
Exactly,
crucial part.
crucial part, very crucial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Thank you, sir. Like, it was nice talking to you. This has been such a warm
Same
and
here.
meaningful conversation with you. And thank you so much for sharing your journey with us. And I'm sure the
Thank you.
people listening will learn a lot from what you have said.
Yeah.
And once again, thank you so much, Sayan sir, for taking us
Thank you,
through your
Pepe. And
journey.
I would like to say that's a LinkedIn. Every day I post something, right?
Yes.
Which is having more kind of a real life challenges, the professional life challenges, right? So if somebody would like to learn every day,
Yeah.
they can follow me. He or she can follow me in the LinkedIn. And thank you very much for the Pharma State Academy, right? So it's a
Yeah.
wonderful opportunity for me that, and I'm grateful that you have taken me as a speaker or as a, I mean to say, a speaker for your podcast. So it's a wonderful experience itself.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Like, I feel the honor to have you on our podcast. And to
Thank
everyone
you.
listening, thank you for tuning into Humans of Pharma, powered by Pharma State Academy. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, share, and follow the podcast for more inspiring stories from leaders shaping the future of healthcare. Until next time, keep learning, keep leading, and keep building the future of pharma. Thank you, sir. It was really wonderful talking to you. Like, you have shared
Thank
your
you. Thank you.
journey and everything. It's really great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.